Hello and welcome back to Make 'em Watch It, our movie watching challenge, where one of us at the table force views a viewing pleasure for one of us and of a movie we have not yet to see. And last week, Jacob picked me to choose, or the following week, Jacob picked me to pick a movie, which means it was my turn.
Yeah.
And I chose Gio last week to pick a movie or watch a movie, and I chose The Overnight, a movie starring Adam Scott and Taylor Schilling. And Gio was able to watch the movie, yesterday?
Yep.
Yesterday, and we're going to go straight to him for his little review, overview of the movie, what he thought, what he liked, what he didn't like, and maybe a WTF moment if he has one, which I'm sure he does. So, Gio, without further ado.
All right, so The Overnight is an indie mystery comedy. It stars Adam Scott. You have Taylor Schilling, Jason Schwartzman, Judith Garochet, and so I didn't know what to expect. I didn't watch any trailers, nothing. So for the longest time, I was kind of like, is this going to be a mystery, a horror or whatnot? And from the opening scene, it told me everything I needed to know about this movie. Are we going into spoilers here?
Yeah, we can
Full
talk
spoilers.
spoilers.
Full spoilers, yeah.
So the opening scene is kind of like a sex scene. Adam Scott and his girlfriend are like doing it and all that, and then like they both have trouble climaxing. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out a proper way to say this. So, and then I guess Adam Scott's character is about to climax, and then the kid comes in just as he's doing that.
Wow.
And jumps on the bed as he's
Wow.
jerking off underneath the sheets, and it's like, oh my god, all right, that's the kind of movie I'm in for. Okay, so be it. So I thought it was definitely a mystery comedy because they meet this couple and they go to their house. They're new to the neighborhood, and so they first people they meet, they're very friendly. And as the night goes on, you're like, okay, there's something about this couple that is being so nice to these new people, but you can't put your finger on it just yet, and the way they're so open about everything. They're the couple's the wife and the couple did a video where about breast pumps and all that, and how people jerk off to that. It's so weird. Like, I'm telling you, it's so weird. And then it's kind of, I would say it gets more entertaining as it goes on. You start to learn more about this couple, like, and what they're they're very open. They're having problems and whatnot. But the other couple, the new one, they're sort of like rediscovering themselves, I'll say. Adam Scott,
They're trying to brighten up their marriage.
They're trying to brighten up their marriage, yeah. And then like you get little hints that something's going on here. Jason Schwartzman has a gallery of paintings, and they're all people's assholes.
What? Oh my god, I'm gonna have to watch this.
And I'm like, what the hell is this? And then they all go skinny dipping, and there's some stuff in there that I wish I didn't want to see, but it's all for comedy. And that's when I messaged you. I'm like, what the fuck am I watching? And then at the end, it kind of all comes together. You find out why Jason Schwartzman's character, the way he is, why he has a gallery of assholes, and that's because am I spoiling it or not?
No,
Go ahead. I don't mind.
It's because he's gay, right? He wants a man to to have pleasure with. That's why his relationship has been as troubling as it is. That's why they're so open to the other couple, especially the man. They have these moments, and you look back on it and you're like, wow, like, yeah, I see it now. The gallery of assholes, him.
So he's the couple. He's part of the couple that already lives there, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
And Adam
I'm not
Scott's the
explaining it
couple
very
that
well. Yeah.
that moved to town.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and I mean, there's character development. Adam Scott's character, he
So it's actually a good movie.
rediscovers himself. It's a good movie.
Wow.
Yeah, it's
I thought this was gonna be just like a guilty pleasure type, like
No,
insane.
it's on Rotten Tomatoes. It actually is an 82%.
Oh, nice.
So
Yeah.
it's very
I think I'm
interesting.
gonna check it out.
It's like Gio said, it's hard to watch at times. There are definitely scenes that you might just be like, oh, like I don't know if I want to see that or whatnot. But the overall like conclusion and what it's going for is actually pretty strong.
Wow.
And I'm interested. What did you think about that very last scene where it's the four of them?
Yeah. So I mean, this entire movie, both of these couples are like having a good time, but like the couple that's new, they're kind of like, what are you doing? Like, why are you guys so open and this and that? And then at the end, they find out why they're being the way they are and everything. And then they realize themselves that this is like probably the best night that they've had in a long time. And then they end up having a foursome.
Wow.
And it's like, wow, like, I can't believe you're doing this, but for some reason, it fits. Like,
But if I'm not mistaken, it stops because a kid runs in, right?
the kids.
Yeah,
all right,
the kids run in.
Yeah. So it started off as a play day for the kids. The kids come and play, and then the kids go to bed and all
Surprised
this
there's
weird
even
stuff.
kids in this movie at all.
Yeah, the weird stuff starts happening, and then the kids bust in and while they're doing what they're doing, and then they all come over. They're like, hey, come on, time for breakfast, and so on. And it's just like, it's kind of an exact mirror of the beginning. The kids busting in the room, and all that, and the couple then decides not to contact them at all, because they're not sure, about themselves really, where do we go from here? What do we need to do? So there's a lot of comedy, there's a lot of mystery. It's a slow burner, you gotta like pay attention and kind of you'll find clues, but it's a really good film. It's a great indie film. Really good indie film.
I'm interested. Are there any things that you didn't like that you kind of walked away and like, no, I didn't like this much. I wish it would have been done better.
Well, I mean, I would say that there's definitely some slow moments in a movie, where it's dragging on. You're like, okay, where is this story going, and so on and so forth. The payoff at the end, it was fitting, and it kind of fixed up a lot of those sorrow moments, but it was still there. I can't really think of that many negatives.
Interesting.
Okay. Did you have any negatives?
I haven't watched it in a while, but there were, like you said, it was a little bit slow at times. I thought the payoff. I also thought the payoff at the end was a little bit slower, I guess you could say.
Mm-hmm.
And but I agree with you. I thought it was a really good movie, and it's very hard to watch at times. It's different. It's definitely different than something you've ever seen before, which makes it interesting. And there's definitely some good character moments in there between Adam Scott and Jason Schwartzman.
Mm-hmm.
Other than the whole, trying to reel you in gay part, but it's the character moments. There's some strong stuff in there.
Yeah, and I mean, just that scene where Jason Schwartzman's frontal nudity, right? And then like he's like telling the other guy who has like a genital problem, that it's like really small to come out, and he starts embracing it in that whole entire sequence.
So in the foursome, the guys get involved with each other.
They do, yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. It's pretty.
Not that there's anything wrong with that. I just don't want to see that.
It's some pretty graphic.
Personally,
graphic.
Well, I don't think you actually see it.
Well,
though.
I mean, not there, but earlier. I mean, not them doing that, but it can be disturbing,
Mm-hmm.
but it's still kind of funny when you look back.
It has its comedy moments.
Uh-huh.
Well, okay, so Jacob, I'm going to shoot to you real quick. After hearing all these scenes and descriptions, would you be interested in watching The Overnight?
I am, but I'm scared to watch it as well. Like
Yeah.
I'm very intrigued. Like, holy crap, this is sounds like the craziest movie ever. But at the same time, I'm like scared to watch it.
Yeah.
It's like I think I eventually will check it out out of curiosity. But man, that sounds insane.
Yeah, it is a little bit. Okay, so Gio, heading back to you. I mean, before we get to you picking who's up next in the challenge, what about an overall score? What would you give it out of 10?
Out of 10, I would go about 8.5.
Wow, that's a hell of a lot better than I was expecting.
Wow, what did you say?
When I gave it to you, I for some reason thought you'd come back the next week and just like been able not to finish it. To be honest,
Wow.
yeah, like that's what I thought when I gave it to you. But I love that you loved it that much. I mean, that's awesome.
Yeah,
So.
yeah, it's a good indie film, guys. Check it out. Lots of.
Well, if you're if
If
you're
you're
the
of
appropriate
age.
age, the appropriate age,
If
yes.
you're
No,
18
no,
or-
go ahead and check it out, man. Like, it's-
All right. Well, before we head out today, so Gio, I mean, you now get to choose who's up next in the challenge, and you get to choose a movie of your choice. So go ahead, man. What do you got?
All right, for this challenge, I would like to challenge both of you if that's possible.
Yeah.
As long as we both haven't seen the film, that's totally possible.
I don't think either of you have seen this film. For this challenge, I want you guys to watch James Gunn indie film. It's called Super. It stars Ellen Page, Kevin Bacon, Rainn Wilson,
The lead is
Michael Rooker.
who's the lead?
Rainn Wilson.
Rainn Wilson, yeah. I was
Rainn
gonna
Wilson,
say, yeah.
where he's a superhero, very hard R type of James Gunn,
You've
dark
talked to me about this movie
comedy.
a lot.
Yeah, and I
I've
want you
never seen
guys,
it, though.
I want you guys to watch it and I want to hear your opinions about it. So, Super by James Gunn.
Do you have is it on Netflix or probably just somewhere?
You might find it on Popcorn Time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Or
I'll
you
check
can
it out.
rent any movie on YouTube for $1.99 if it's the only way.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
Right. So, Super, guys. That's my challenge. Watch it.
Good stuff. All right, well, that's going to wrap up today's episode of Make 'Em Watch It. I'd like to thank both Jacob and Gio for joining us today. Jacob, where can they find you online, man?
Well, yeah, I mean, I didn't really have a role in this one, but no, I'm glad I sat in because, I opened my eyes like, what the hell kind of movie is The Overnight? But yeah, anyways, you can find me on Twitter at @JacobBarley_. Please subscribe to our Apocalypse Movies YouTube channel. Hit that like button, comment. Have you seen The Overnight? Maybe, I don't know, that's crazy, but all right, yeah.
Gio?
Yes, you can find me on Twitter at GioRamos24 and apocalypsemovies.com every day.
And you can find me, Jake Berlin, on Twitter, Instagram at QuigonJake, apocalypsemovies.com every day. Check out the Padawan podcast, Rumor Central, all of our movie reviews. Our Jungle Book movie reviews about to go up. And until next time, thank you for joining us.